Alright, The Sims 3. I don't know if anyone ever saw my Sims 3 review for the PC. I didn't give it that good of a review. Now, if I was to re-review it, I would give it a much more positive review, but I'm not going to. I'm going to review the console version of The Sims 3. And for those of you concerned with what that means, because, you know, the Wii version's different and the Xbox version are, the Wii and Xbox versions are both different. Yeah, I'm reviewing both. Yeah, I had the Wii version last month, and then I got the Xbox version this month. I know that's a little funny considering the Wii version came out like almost a month after the Xbox one, but I got the Wii one first. I wanted that one more. And alright, so I'll start with reviewing the Wii version since I've played that a lot more, and then I'll get on to the Xbox version, then I'll compare and contrast them, and I'll tell you which one you should buy depending on what suits you more. Alright, The Sims 3 for the Wii is first one I got, even though it came out last. I don't know why it came out last. They obviously didn't work that hard on it. Alright, but putting that aside, it's definitely not a bad game. But it does make me wonder, though, is that, well, I don't know how to explain this. The Wii version, the only reason, there was only one reason and one reason only, that was repetitive, why I wanted the Wii version over the Xbox version, even though I was going to get both. This one doesn't matter. I wanted this version more because of one reason, and that reason is the direct control. To me, and this is just my opinion, it doesn't, you know, it's not, nobody else has to agree with me on this, and it's whatever floats your boat, but to me, a console Sims game is not worth playing if it doesn't have direct control, because to me, the only way a Sims game to me really is playable to me is a direct control. That's the reason I don't like the PC versions, because of that reason. And so, yeah, the Wii version has direct control. However, that is the only advantage it has over the Xbox version. However, that is one very, very powerful advantage. I mean, I would probably say that I like the Wii version more because of that one reason. Other than that, the Wii version has nothing on the Xbox version. Now, like I said, it's not a bad game, but what the thing is the story really annoys me. I don't know how many Sims you can make in your family. You have 3 files, so you can have 3 families. It's a beach neighborhood, beach town, sorry. And you can either build your own house, I think. I haven't actually tried it, but you have empty lots, so I kind of figure that. Or you can pick a pre-made house, like there's a boathouse, there's just a typical suburban house, there's a big giant mansion. But what bothers me is, as far as I know, and don't take my word for this, but I don't think there are any cheat codes for this game whatsoever. And I kind of see why, because there are karma powers, but at the same time, oh, and the game is basically one big story mode rather than a free play. It's one of those where they're combined. Basically what the story is you have 50 days to achieve lifetime happiness, or get your Sims as happy as you possibly can, and that's where I start to have a problem. 50 days. You have 50 days after that your Sims are dead. I don't know, I haven't gotten to that part yet, but that does bother me quite a bit, that you can only play as your Sims for 50 days. And I'm not exactly sure how that works, because, you know, obviously your adult Sims are going to be halfway through their lives already, and, you know, if you have a kid, do they get 50 days in addition to your Sims' other days? I don't really know how that works. However, I'm going to point out the flaws with this game before I do the pros, because there are some pros, but the most major one is the direct control, which kind of, actually I'd say the direct control probably makes up for every flaw this game has, and that's just my opinion. You could totally disagree with me, that's perfectly fine. But, well, the lag, there is no load time like PC. However, it does lag a lot. It takes a lot of time to switch Sims, especially if they're, especially if they're on the other side of town. Even if they're on another part of your house, it takes a while to get to them. This is the creepiest flaw, and I don't know if this is so much a flaw because they probably intended it to be this way, but it's really, really creepy. People will die and their graves will just be there. Like, you'll be walking down the street and there will be 3 graves right in front of you. I mean, people in the town will just die out of nowhere. I mean, I've seen them, like, just die. And the red smoke, Grim Reaper cloud goes up, a gravestone is placed. Now, that creeps me out. You know, some people might like that, I don't know who would, but, you know, whatever. And that's not the biggest flaw. I would say the biggest flaw of the game would probably be the 50 days, or the cheat codes. However, there's no cheat codes, but you can get these, I call them aspiration points, because that's what they were in The Sims 2, but I think they're called something else, I don't know what they're called, that can give you karma powers and rewards. Most of them are bad, like Epic Fail, give you one that'll make you nude. It actually costs more to drain your Sims' needs than it does to satisfy them. I mean, all of your needs, like bladder, hygiene, yeah, you get what I'm saying. It's not a burden that way. Anyway, I probably shouldn't even point that out. But anyway, there is one for 5,000 points that'll give you $25,000, which I don't really think. I think it's worth it to some extent, but at the same time, I think it should at least give you 30. I think it should give you around 40 or 50. But yeah, I mean, it's fun to actually play the Sims jobs because you get to pick what they do with their jobs. Which one? And who would I recommend The Sims 3 for the Wii to? Well, first off, if you have both consoles, Wii and Xbox, or Wii and PS3, yes, the Xbox and PS3 versions are the same. If you want my opinion, well, it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for direct control, go with the Wii version. If you only have a Wii, go with the Wii version. If you don't care about direct control whatsoever, go with the Xbox version. I'm serious. Another thing is lifetime achievements really doesn't give you that many points. Again, not that big a deal. Yeah, there really isn't much more to say about this game. It's not that detailed. It's not bad. It really isn't. I mean, I would give it a 4 out of 5 because I'm biased towards Sims games. Now, does it replace The Sims 2 as the greatest Sims game of all time for the consoles? No. Was I hoping for it to? Yes. Did it come close? No. But the direct control does make it feel like it. I mean, it's kind of fun to play this. And the customization, that's another thing. There's only, like, what, 5, 6 shirts, 4 pairs of pants, and they only have, like, 9 colors for each, but you can't customize them. So the customization is really, really terrible. But, I mean, it's all the Wii version can handle. I think they tried to soup it up, you know. But, that's pretty much all for the Wii version. If I had to give it I would say probably an 8, 8.5, somewhere around that region. Yeah, I do recommend you getting it if you want it. If you want a Sims game with direct control. But if you don't care about direct control, you want this next version, which I'm about to review right now. Now, the funny thing about The Sims 3 for the Xbox and the PlayStation is this version came out a long time, like almost a whole month before the Wii version did. And I got this game just 2 days ago for Christmas. And, you know, my parents were throwing a fit about it. They didn't want me to buy me the same game twice, but, you know, little they know I already had it twice. You know, I had the PC version, too. Might even get the DS version, but I'm not sure about that. Now, the Wii version, if you're going to compare it to anything, I would say probably The Sims 2 Pets for the GameCube. No. Probably The Sims 2 Castaway. That would probably be the best to compare it to. It's a lot like that. But The Sims 3 for the Xbox, you can compare it to the big leagues. If anything, if you're going to compare it to any other Sims game, it would be The Sims 3 for the PC. And that's because they modeled the game exactly after the PC version. That is not a bad thing. I thought it would be, but it wasn't. I've only been playing it a couple days, but so far I'm really, really liking it. The customization is almost as good as the PC version. It's not quite as good. It's slightly simplified, but only slightly. I mean, it's still really good. I mean, compared to the Wii version especially, it blows it away. You want to create characters, the Xbox version is perfect for it. One major flaw about the X, two major flaws. One, this is the only version of the game that has load times. Not even the Wii version has load times. It's like the PC version that didn't have load times. This does have load times. It even takes time to load to go back from buy mode to live mode, which is okay because I mean it's a big game, and even in the load times it tells you, it recommends that you save it to the hard drive just so that it'll take less load time. I do find that hilarious. However, what else does there say about the Xbox version? I like the Karma Powers more because there is a money one, which you don't need because there are cheat codes for this game. However, being Xbox, they disable all achievements, which kind of stinks because, well, it's not really a Sims game unless you have cheat codes. I mean, you really can't do that much without them. However, there are cheat codes, and they are pretty good. I do think it's funny that it's a llama now instead of a cheat gnome. I think Will Wright really loves llamas. It's pretty obvious. Alright, the Xbox version. Yeah, it is a lot like the PC version, except plus load times. The other major flaw is, no direct control. That was the turn-off for me. I'm like, I don't even think I want this game now. However, I've been playing it, and the last console Sims I used direct classic control on was the Herbs, and whenever I think of a Sims game, and again, just my opinion, you don't have to agree with me, whenever I see a Sims game that has no direct control, only classic control, it feels really primitive to me. Now this classic control, I would say, it's a little bit more upgraded. I'm not going to say easier to use, but definitely upgraded. My opinion, But, if I will be honest with you, if it had direct control, to me, this would be the greatest Sims game of all time. And that is the honest truth. Because, well, it would even beat The Sims 2 for the console, and it would replace it as the reigning champion. But because they didn't include direct control, it didn't. It came close, very close. Like the Karma Powers, I'm going to give them away. You can even bring a dead Sim back to life. That is amazing. But there's one that will rain fireballs from the sky, and it'll destroy things in your house. And the firefighter was like, you gotta be more careful next time. I'm like, dude, how can I control if there are fireballs falling from the sky? What am I supposed to do about that? Buy Lyle's stupid insurance? I don't even think he sells Fireball insurance. Anyway, I will say this did give me a lot of inspiration for Red Town, starting Red Town Season 2. There are going to be some significant changes with a couple new characters. Roy is going to have blonde hair, and yeah. We're getting back to the basic Red Town, not Red Town 2.0. I don't know when you expect that. You know how unreliable I am. And, but yeah, the Xbox version, if you want to play the PC Sims version, like you want that version of the game, but you don't want to get it for the PC, definitely, oh my god. I mean, it's not quite as good. I mean, I like it more, but speaking from a, sense like that, it's not quite as good, but, I'm not going to say it's bad. I mean, it has load times, and it's not quite as advanced, but I mean, I'm not complaining about it. Now, yeah, I'm going to go back to this. If you don't care about direct control, and you have both a Wii and a PS3 or Xbox, definitely get the Xbox PS3 version. If you do, get the Wii version. If you only have one console, well, then it doesn't matter. You have to get that one anyway. If you want to get both, go ahead. That's what I did. However, you don't have to waste $110 on the whole thing, okay? I'm telling you which one's better. Go up and look more gameplay videos. I didn't give you very detailed responses to these. I'm sorry. But I'll give this one a 4 out of 5 too, 8.5. If I had to pick one, I would probably... it's too hard. It really is. I like the Xbox version more, but the Wii version has direct control, so I might like that more.